Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
From large manufacturer to local pizza shop and every business in between, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions. Whatever you're building, you've got this. And Summit Credit Union's got you.
Kenny here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of the guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's a delicious, portable, zero-sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on summer with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
In this business, time matters. You're always looking for ways to be more efficient and stay ahead. We all have our own time-saving hacks. But if you're a business owner, how can you save time hiring? The answer? ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Save time and meet great candidates sooner with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Get your green and gold off-season fix right here. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
It's a Wendorf Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy at Tony Wendorf and Associates Keller Williams. They believe in the human side of real estate, faith, family, and friends. They move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so their clients win no matter if it's buying or selling. Get started today at wendorfteam.kw.com. Good to see Tony Wendorf and a lot of our loyal listeners and partners out at the Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open yesterday.
That is 2026 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open champion, Tony Delzer, if you will.
Tony Wendorf.
Correct. Yes, Wendorf won.
What'd they shoot?
I don't know. But I played with their group.
Yeah.
He brought some ringers.
Yeah, but there was no it wasn't a handicap.
No,
right?
no.
So ringers, it's over.
Yeah. I believe one guy was a former club champion, I was told.
So
Yeah.
sandbagging?
That's not even sandbagging. That's just stacking stacking
All right, okay.
your lineup card, pal.
All right. Brewers versus Royals, huh? Okay. Good.
More like Dodgers
I was gonna
versus
say-
Royals.
Brewers versus Royals. Oh, because the Brewers are the ones that stack the deck?
Well, they're good.
Yeah, it's just being good. Yeah.
Yeah.
The metaphor, if you start thinking too deeply about the metaphor, it loses.
Yeah, it feels a little cheating. No, you can only pitch against good teams. So, well, good for Tony.
Did you watch any of the All-Star game last night?
Half a cup.
Half a cup?
I watched the introductions.
That's not the game.
It's pretty cool. I like the signing of the document, whatever they were signing.
Oh, yeah. Because it's
Philadelphia.
Like fake
I thought
American 250, fake Declaration
they
of
did a nice
Independence.
job with it.
That thing's going to sell for...
Why boo the Miz?
I'm going to let him do the show today.
But I thought that was like why? I get Philadelphia.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't agree more. The Miz is a good guy,
I get-
across the board.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
You think that matters?
It should.
If you boo Santa, you can boo anyone.
Yeah.
That's
Santa's
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Mhm. Famously.
Santa is, what, the greatest guy of all time?
All time.
I mean, for power ranking, he's
I mean,
one or two.
Okay, who would the Brewer?
Chewy's over here making a case for Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm
JC
saying. Yeah.
won.
JC
That's
won.
crossing the line.
JC won, Santa 2.
Now,
And they share a day.
If the All-Star game came back to
Milwaukee.
AmFam,
Yeah.
you're only booing the Cubs, right?
Yeah, probably.
Come on, Philly.
But Miz is good. He's going head-to-head with
You're
Christopher
leaning in a little
Sanchez
too
for
much.
Cy Young. They were booing kids for dropping fly balls during the
Yeah,
derby.
enough with the leaning. Everyone knows you're all you-know-what, so you don't have to lean into it. Those are my thoughts.
Who they are.
The very best thing about the All-Star game last night was in the middle of the game when they did a J.K. Simmons narrated element where they had kids running out the front doors. It's dusk. They're hopping on their bikes. They're riding down the road. You know, they're showing the close-ups of the wheels and all that. They've got their gloves hanging off the handlebars. They're like, you know, hey, I thought you said 5 o'clock. You know, they're having this conversation about how they've clearly organized a meetup. And then as the video is going, all of those kids from the video roll into the ballpark. They come from the dugout area, from the outfield, roll in, and they had Ray Charles' version of America the Beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
From The Sandlot, that scene from The Sandlot when they play the night game with the fireworks lighting up the sky. And I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was really well done.
Very interesting you say that because I had a growth moment yesterday.
Okay.
I grew.
So now instead of 6'7", now you're 6'9"?
No, I turned on
New
my
personal
cameras,
best on the bench press.
Turned on my cameras in Florida to see if we were having storms. And check on the grass, make sure nothing's burnt.
No burn spots.
Yeah.
I got kids playing baseball in my front yard.
How many?
4.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
How
like,
old?
Went from like 6 to probably 12. So initially I'm like, what the? So I'm like, all right, I'll call Dyson up. He's 2 miles away to go scatter him out of there. I'm like, Dyson's too nice. And then I'm like, I'll call Angry. He's right down the street to scare him. He's too mean. I'm like, I'm just going to call the
Real
cops.
Goldilocks moment
I'm
here
like,
for you.
I'm just going to call the cops. So all the while I'm watching and I'm like, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to let him play. And I sat there for about 45 minutes watching him play. I'm like, and I was getting upset because they were picking on the little kid. I'm like, hey, easy on the little kid. You know the little kids that the bat swing the kid?
Yeah,
I'm like, slow down the pitch.
You went from wanting them off your yard
Yes.
to defending
Yes, the
one
little
of the
kid.
kids who is out there. You
To becoming
really
a
are
fan.
A softie.
That's growth, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think it's always been in there.
Yeah.
You just don't really like to.
So I'm going to turn
Show
them on
it.
again today, and hopefully they're playing again. I'll have something to do.
Chewy's hoping for a doubleheader.
Yeah.
There's no sports today. It's the day
Yeah.
after the
I was
All-Star
going to
game.
say.
Yeah.
Chewy's All-Star break is now filled with something to do.
I actually watch the kids a lot longer than I watch the All-Star game. Yeah. So
I'm not shocked by that.
I will say, hey, I'm proud of you.
I was going to say the same thing. Thank you. Joshy and I are locked
I felt good.
I was going to call Dyson. He's too nice.
He
I'm going to call Angry. I'm glad you realized that Angry would be too mean.
Yes. It kind of felt like the Three Little Bears, right? With the bed. This one's too
And the
soft.
porridge and the chair. Yeah.
Did you recognize these kids? At
No.
all? Interesting.
No.
Wait, I guess I just assumed there weren't a ton of kids in your neighborhood. Because it feels like there's a lot of, it feels like, again, you've talked about some of the get-togethers and parties you've had. You've mentioned the Angries before on the show. A lot of people that are kind of, your age, that are past having children of that age.
Yeah. No, because the school bus goes by every day at like 4:15, doesn't stop anywhere. Drives too fast, by the way. I got a problem with that. I got to go have a talk with them. But no, I don't know where they came from, but I'm glad they showed up.
Realized that the Chimura household was empty, so let's go play in his
Now,
front
if I
yard.
was there, I'd probably be liming like baselines for them and stuff
I
like
was
that. Remember doing that as a kid?
Toss bags out there, toss some bases out there.
Get
Here's
some
what-
frisbees for them?
Mr. Fantasy weighing in on the YouTube stream. Folks are loving this story by you, by the way. Jimmy, I was watching you last month on my camera. You're moving your head when you swing. If you pop up on the camera, you're going to scare them away.
Well, the camera has audio.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So if you...
But can I yell back?
You can there's probably a button.
There
on
is?
Yeah, there's a microphone. But what I'm saying is you're going to scare them away. Right now, they're like in blissful ignorance that somebody is watching them play baseball.
Plus, they think they're getting away with something. Potentially think they're getting away with something.
If they pick on the little kid again today, I'm screaming at him. Tell him knock it off. They're ruining the kid's confidence. He's only 6 or 7.
Coach Chimura over here. This is amazing.
And then the 12-year-old's throwing heat and brushing him back. I'm like, hey.
You should start calling out or safe if there's any close plays, diving
Wait,
catches.
did I make a mistake? Is this in Florida? Or
Yeah.
Is this this is
No,
down
in
in Florida.
Florida.
Oh, okay.
But it's funny. You see a car, they'll stop because a car will be going by.
Yeah.
And they'll pretend they're just like, not doing anything. And like,
This is really
it's a
great.
trip.
You were locked into this.
I'm telling you, 45 minutes. It was great.
And you didn't recognize the kids at all? So you don't know,
Nothing,
they're not
no.
like on the street, maybe visiting?
Probably visiting a neighbor or something, but
Yeah.
I have. I've
You
never
got
seen
Airbnbs
kids in our neighborhood.
in your area? You got places?
No, it's not allowed.
Yeah, so, all right. Yeah,
Yeah, and plus a lot of there's a lot of snowbirds. I would say, probably half the houses are snowbirds. So there's really not a lot of people in the neighborhood.
How big is the front yard down there? Like big enough for this to be happening, or does it kind of spill out into the street a little bit?
It spills out into the street.
Okay.
So they were batting from like one corner of the driveway.
Okay.
But you know how you make baseball fields? And
Yes. Did it all the time.
That's
as a kid.
essentially what they were doing.
Did it all the time as
The
a
tree
kid.
is first.
The curb
poles,
would be the third base line.
Yeah.
But they were it wasn't wiffle balls. They were playing like with those soft,
like kind of cloth
Yeah.
baseballs
that you could throw heat.
Oh yeah, you get some
You
good.
know?
But at least they don't hurt when you get beamed.
No.
I do think that the evolution of you wanting to run them off your yard to then standing
Yeah.
up for the kid is pretty adorable. Like that's a sweet little transition.
Do I lose the old man get off my lawn moniker or whatever?
Give it a week.
Yeah.
The second they show up with spikes and start
Yeah,
sliding and
then
tearing
we're
up
gonna have a
and
problem.
tearing up the lawn, then we're gonna have an
Somebody
issue.
uses the bat, takes out their frustration,
Yeah.
starts pounding the ground.
But I was waiting because we have a pet snake that likes to be out there at times, and I was hoping it was there and just see the kids freak out.
Okay, well, this just took a turn.
Because I almost stepped on it one time.
Are you talking like an invasive python?
No, it's like a black. They eat rats and they eat the
Rat snake?
chameleons and stuff like. It's probably
Aren't rat snakes
5
black?
feet. Yeah, they're black.
Yeah, it's a rat snake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a nice snake. I know where he lives.
First of
Good
all,
to
there's no
have those
such
around.
thing. Second of all, we got a lot of reaction rolling in on the Carbless Talking text line to your
He's
story.
watching kids for 45 minutes. He's got
Pet snakes.
pet snakes that are his friends. What's going on here?
Hunter weighing in saying, wholesome chew from wanting to call the cops for trespassing to calling the cops for bullying. Meanwhile, Jordan weighing in saying, this was hands down my favorite Chewy moment on the show ever. Complete redemption arc starting for Chewy.
Growth. It only took how many years?
Meanwhile, Chef Ed says, Chewy LaFleur, you've gone soft. Not sure how that. And then Justin in Jacksonville says, you should build a little Fenway Park in your yard. Now that might be going too far. Now, here's the thing. Will you be disappointed if they don't show up today?
Yeah, I probably will be.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Getting that vibe.
He's going to set where he gets the alert on his phone anytime there's motion.
Yeah.
And you're going to see, if it happens then during the show, you're going to see a sign of little glimmer in his eye, little hope. Turns out just a garbage truck driving by.
Yeah, but then what would Angie say? Do you know we have kids on our front yard? No, I have no idea.
You didn't tell her?
No.
Uh-oh.
Why should I have?
Wait, well, would she want to run him off the yard?
I don't know. The one dog is not allowed on the property
true,
anymore.
But we know how Angie feels about dogs.
These kids aren't, doing what dogs do.
Yeah. No, she probably wouldn't care until they break a window.
Yeah, well.
You said they're using those soft squeezy balls.
They'll still go through a window.
Could still do some damage.
Got experience.
That
through it.
That 12-year-old connects a little bit. That could go through a window.
If it's the soft squeezy balls that my kids are playing with in the yard, there's no way they're breaking your windows.
These are...
What bat are they using?
An aluminum bat.
Yeah.
I think you're okay.
You think?
Captain Matty Ice says, if we really want to see growth, we need to hear the suit story. He's like, hey, one step at a time,
people
folks.
won't let that go.
There are mitigating circumstances. My client would love to share the story, but there are other people involved with my client that will not allow him to tell said
It's
story.
under investigation.
Josh
It's still being investigated.
It's still being investigated.
Once the investigation is complete,
Right.
we'll
Hey,
process
DA, chop,
any and
chop,
all
let's go.
freedom of information
All right,
acts.
we got a lot of stuff to get to this morning. You already mentioned that they were booing the Miz at the All-Star game. It was kind of a snorer of an All-Star game. American League won 4-0, making the first shutout in the Midsummer Classic in 13 years. I mean, I want drama. I want a contest, right? I want maybe a little back and forth. I know that you're supposed to be the best of the best. Where was the offense from the National League? I know we can't really complain because Contreras got one at-bat, and I think he flew out or, made an out either way. But kind of a boring Midsummer Classic, if you ask me. Again, the best thing was the video they played in the middle of the game.
Do you guys not treat, especially without the Miz pitching in it, I treated the All-Star break as a break for me.
A day off.
I watch so much baseball, especially starting now. I will make sure I'm even more there as the season goes on. Like, if I've got plans and there's a Brewers game on, I'll check in. But now, through the rest of the season, I'm going to be locked in. I need to get my mind right. I can't be watching these nobodies go out for one at bat. I couldn't imagine being less interested in anything than the All-Star game.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a little bit of it once Caminero got hit.
And I understand
it
it's on TV and it's probably a lot like, hey, it was on in the background and I
Yeah.
wasn't totally locked in. But I at no point considered turning it on. Didn't even cross my mind.
Did you watch the Home Run Derby?
Nope. No
Wow.
one I wanted to root for in it.
Wow, you really took a break.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, football season's around the corner.
Yes.
What are you trying to build up your stamina or
Yeah,
something? Like,
Brewers are going to be in the middle of a pennant race.
Yeah.
Josh has got to pay attention to the, what's going on in the offensive line, the quarterback battle in training camp, and games are going to start.
I only got so much brain space.
fair enough. I didn't like the interviews they did in the middle of the All-Star game either.
Audio was terrible.
Audio was a little off. And at one point, I think they were interviewing Verlander and The Miz and whoever was standing next to Verlander.
Cam Schlittler.
Schlittler. All at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, question to Verlander, question to Miz, question to... I was like, what are we doing? I could handle maybe one interview with The Miz. I could handle an interview with Verlander. I could, you know what I mean? But, like, why are we bopping around?
But they do
bop?
that. They interviewed Miz last week between innings, and it was just like, let him go. Enough already. You could, you reach that point where you're sick of asking questions, and they went the whole inning. It was like 15, 18 minutes. I'm like, let it go.
Yeah, that's always the risk of doing the mid-inning interview.
Yes.
Sometimes you get a 5-pitch inning, and you're like, well, I guess you got to come back because we still have more questions to whoever you're talking about. Then sometimes you get that
It just
inning
gets
where
uncomfortable,
Yeah.
you know?
You're in the middle of a 6-run inning. Guy's still sitting next to you in the booth.
Well, bring back Jim Gray with Pete Rose.
All right.
I mean, that was interesting. I mean, he was a Richard.
We started with growth, and we've come back to bring back Jim Gray and Pete Rose.
You knew it was going to happen, though.
The old man is back.
Not that quickly. I thought maybe you'd get a little bit of time with the evolved version of you. But the other thing about Miz is he answers questions like 8 words.
Yeah.
And then he's like, back to you. So 15 minutes is going to feel like 30 with the Miz. We got a lot of stuff to get to this morning. We will take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage authority in Wisconsin. Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget. They'll even build a custom design to meet your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield featuring hundreds of doors and openers. Don't think twice. Call Geist. It's geistdoors.com, geisdoors.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We have 2 crashes on I-94 South, about less than a mile beyond ramp from Howard Avenue. The right shoulder is blocked due to a crash still. Squad cars are on the scene, so keep an eye out for those as well. And we have a crash in the St. Francis area on exit to Howard Avenue from Highway 794 North. Seems like someone hit a light pole, so there is police squad cars on the scene, and debris might be in the air, so keep an eye out for that as well. In the stadium interchange, I-94 going both ways is also backed up. And Capitol Drive on I-41, also a tap on the brakes going both ways. I'm Nazir Spencer with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner, dedicated to helping businesses do business better. Visit jamesimaging.com. A heat advisory is in effect for all of southeast Wisconsin through tonight at 8 p.m. An air quality advisory also is in effect until noon tomorrow. Today, hot and humid with smoke moving in this evening and a high of 93, a heat index up to 98 degrees. Tonight, warm and humid with a low of 72. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Nazir Spencer on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ready for a weekend you won't forget? Get to the Brewers Series against the Rockies Friday, July 24th through Sunday the 26th. There's a game for every fan. See a Brewers postgame alumni legends game on Friday. Then collect a Brewers Guess Who giveaway Saturday night, courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Looking for an unbeatable family day? Join the crew Sunday when the first 5,000 kids get a local artist t-shirt giveaway designed by Unfinished Legacy. Get tickets at brewers.com.
I'm with Eric, Director of Research for Good Karma Brands. They have business technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Eric, what does partner mean to you?
Partner isn't just out for them. The partner cares about how we solve our problems, and it can be a mutually beneficial relationship from there on.
And I understand throughout the more than 15-year partnership between Good Karma Brands and James Imaging Systems, you have shared many core values.
Absolutely. Work hard, be honest, over-deliver, follow through, listen, teamwork.
Eric, summarize your overall business technology partnership with James Imaging Systems for me.
Outstanding. As we've grown tremendously and you guys have still been able to meet our needs each step of our growth, that's huge.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
ESPN fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. Whether you're putting in long days on the job, coaching the kids, spending weekends on the golf course, or just trying to stay active, your body takes on a lot. And if back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica have become a part of your routine, Jens Family Chiropractic believes it's worth finding out why. Their focus is identifying the cause of the problem, not just covering up symptoms. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for 90 years, that's exactly how we've been doing things at Great Midwest Bank. So if you're thinking about buying, building, renovating, or refinancing, get started at greatmidwestbank.com to find a knowledgeable loan officer and get the peace of mind you deserve. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
And what's the saying? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Flip it around. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
That was close.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You just had to
There's
flip
only
it.
2 options.
On 94.5 ESPN.
At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, they believe shopping for new windows and doors should never include haggling. That's why Pella sticks to straightforward pricing, honest conversations, helping homeowners find the right fit for their home. And, of course, Pella's never going to use high-pressure sales tactics. They certainly did not for me. They came in. We got the new front door last fall, and it's been great through the winter. Now with all the heat that we've had, keeping the cool air inside my home, making sure that we're comfortable during the heat wave that we basically have here in Wisconsin. But when you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the same team that manufactures those windows and doors also sells, installs, and services them. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
The debate rages on whether or not Jordan Love, quarterback of your Green Bay Packers, deserved to be a top 10 quarterback in the ESPN.com list that Jeremy Fowler collected from ESPN executives, from scouts, etc., etc. Let's get to what Mina Kimes had to say. She, of course, is on NFL Live. Mina Kimes has been a longstanding fan of Jordan Love, of his game. Let's hear what she had to say about him being left off that list.
I think should have been top 10.
I am puzzled by the omission of Jordan Love, who I actually have atop his division. It's really hard to find a meaningful quarterback metric where he doesn't rank top 5 even. I mean, he was 3rd in QBR, 2nd in EPA per dropback, 3rd in DVOA, which counts for opponent. And something that's brought up a lot with him as a criticism is taking care of the football. He had a lower interception rate last season than 8 of the top 10 quarterbacks on this list. So I don't think that perception matches reality. To talk about what I see on tape when I watch him, an aggressive, talented thrower of the football who can make every throw, all parts of the field, who compensates at times for what I thought was a pretty average at best run game, and not a group of road beaters at receiver. He just looks like a top 10 quarterback to me, the kind that lifts up everyone around him. So I think he belonged on this list, and I was surprised that he didn't make it.
Mina not the only national pundit who defended Jordan Love. He has supporters. He has detractors. Mina thinks that he does belong in the top 10. Chewy, beyond whether he does or he doesn't, because I feel like we have debated that. We tried to come up with theories as to why maybe executives and scouts and coaches left him off the list. Why does he generate so much debate?
Because he plays for Green Bay. And they've had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. People are looking for the 3rd, maybe. I think when it comes to Jordan Love, obviously I think the playoffs are a part of it, but I don't think there's a huge wow factor, right? I mean, we talked about, didn't Rodgers, his numbers weren't great as far as come from behind wins?
Yeah, that
like
was the big knock because the Packers dominated the first 3 quarters in early in Aaron's time.
Yeah.
Where they didn't need the fourth quarter comeback.
And you know what? I think LaFleur hurts him a little bit because a lot of times Jordan's like, good. And then a lull. You know what I mean? You know, we always talk about that lull.
Play calling becoming conservative.
Coming out of the second half. Seems like a lot of times there was just a lull. I just don't think he has those signature games yet that a lot of the other quarterbacks have where like brought him back from 10 down in the fourth quarter. And things like that. I don't think it's fair. I think he definitely deserves to be in the top 10. I hope he hasn't reached his peak. And I think that's what a lot of people are waiting for. Like, because let's not forget, he's going into his 7th year. So you should be hitting prime by then. And I don't think he's hit it yet. So I think people kind of hold that against him, and that's why they keep him out of that. Because they're waiting for that potential, because they remember the 1 year, the last 9 games or 8 games, where he was
Dallas,
probably the best quarterback in the league for those games, and he's never gotten back to that. So I think people are waiting for that.
I don't know if he's ever going to get back to that, because that's an unbelievable level that he was playing at. But he can still be a top 5 guy and just be more consistent, right? But so the thing that I've just kind of sat on since this list came out. Okay, so if Matt LaFleur's not that good of a coach and Jordan Love's not that good of a quarterback, how the hell does this team keep making the playoffs? How is this team looked at the way it is? If none of these guys are actually any that good, I just don't understand where, okay, if this team is as good as even a lot of people nationally think it is, or look at it and go, yeah, this team can be better. Is it all Micah Parsons? Is he the only one that's really good? I just don't get it.
I think the best thing that we have said over the last few days when we have discussed this article is that on some level, it's subjective. On some level, it depends on what you prioritize and what you value as a scout, as a GM, as a coach, what you think the ideal quarterback in 2026 should be, right? And if you're one of these people who prioritizes come from behind wins, right? The excitement, the ability to take the cards that are in front of you and play the hand and ultimately walk away a winner. Well, Jordan Love doesn't have that. I think he has like a handful of come from behind wins in his career, maybe 5. I don't know what the exact number is, but something like that. So if that's something that you prioritize, then yes, I could see why what Caleb Williams did last year specifically would intrigue you more than what you've seen from Jordan Love. To the point that you just made, Gabe, we all saw that stretch where he was lights out fantastic, leading the team, you know, that leader that we all have wanted him to be since Aaron Rodgers left. But then it also feels like people hold that against him because it's like, well, if you can do that, where is it? Show me. I want to see it again. And so there's all of these elements that, again, I feel like we all know that Jordan Love is good. We here think in Wisconsin that he's very, very good. But and this is the perspective I was trying to throw out there. When you're talking about NFL scouts and GMs and coaches from other teams, there's going to be confirmation bias, right? Tell me that if they ask Matt LaFleur who the top 10 quarterbacks are, that Jordan Love's not on Matt LaFleur's list. Tell me when they ask Sean McVay who the top 10 quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying? It follows that pattern a little bit there. So where you're going to get the distinctions and the differences are the people who kind of go outside that space of not just picking their guys and not just knocking their rivals and things like that. You have to take the human element of this list into account, and I think that's part of the reason, which is what we were trying to articulate the other day, that Jordan Love was dinged and was not in the top 10.
But that's why I jokingly ding Josh Allen. You haven't won a big game. Sure, you're great regular season. You've never been to a Super Bowl, and you choked in some AFC championship games. Look at all the other guys. Mahomes, obviously. Burrow's been to one. Stafford. I mean, Lamar's got.
That's about it. That's the problem, Drew. But that's about it on that list.
Well, that's why I have a problem with him at number 1.
Okay.
You haven't. You know, and Lamar, the year. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gabe. The year Allen won the MVP, it should have went to Lamar.
Oh, Lamar had a better statistical year. Lamar was first team.
You know what I'm saying? He should be dinged as well.
Yeah.
And he kind of is in some circles, but not to the depths that I bring him. I don't know.
So you're admitting that you are the president of the Josh Allen
isn't
that
and
good fan
you know,
club.
And it's like his teams they've had enough talent to get over the hump, and they haven't done it for whatever reason.
To an extent. But again, there was the one, he beat the Chiefs until his defense just historically filled their shorts.
But wasn't the last one, didn't he throw like 3 picks or something like that? He was
against the Broncos. He had some turnovers against the Broncos this year. Like this year, there's no excuse because there was no Mahomes, no Lamar.
Yeah.
Lamar, you have to at least get to the AFC Championship game, and he did not.
Yeah, so that's, that's why I ding him. And I think that's why they ding Love, kind of in the same light.
The conversation continues, 800-990-3776. Let us know what you think on the Carbless Talk and Text line and on the YouTube stream on our ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee YouTube channel. We've got Adam Schefter coming up next. Stick around.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We have a crash in the St. Prince area, crash on exit 2 Howard Avenue from Highway 794 north. Seems like someone hit a light pole, so just keep an eye out for that and some debris in that area. We also have an Mitchell interchange, I-94 south at the ramp from Layton Avenue. The right shoulder is blocked due to an incident. Doesn't seem to be causing any traffic, but just keep an eye out if you're heading down that way this morning. I-94 in the Stadium interchange. Slowdowns stretch from General Mitchell to 35th if you're heading eastbound and westbound from about 27th near Hawley Road. And if you're heading near Capitol Drive, I-41 north and southbound are both a tap on the brakes this morning. Traffic is sponsored by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. A heat advisory is in effect for all of southeast Wisconsin through tonight at 8 p.m. An air quality advisory also is in effect until noon tomorrow. Today, hot and humid with smoke moving in this evening and a high of 93, a heat index up to 98 degrees. Tonight, warm and humid with a low of 72. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Nizair Spencer on 94.5 ESPN.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Your premier Michigan golf getaway includes rounds at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Book Monday through Wednesday for best availability. Savor elevated dining and unwind at the full-service Drift Spa between rounds. Grab quick bites in the expanded Sage Run Clubhouse or refresh overlooking the 9th and 18th at Sweetgrass. It's all part of an unforgettable golf experience at Island Resort and Casino. Plan your getaway at islandresortgolf.com.
Joint pain is awful when you're the person who is fighting through it, but I'm betting you aren't the only ones affected by it. Maybe you have a loved one who struggles with joint pain. You see what they don't say, what they've slowly stopped doing. It's time to be outside, moving, living, playing. Hey, it's Ben Brust, and let's talk about getting back to that life. At QC Kinetics, that's happening every day. People who are stuck in the cycle of pain in their hips, knees, shoulders, and back, they're finally stepping out of it with regenerative treatments done right there in the office. No surgery, long recovery, or putting life on hold. Just real relief. The inflammation eases and the pain lets go. They hear about it all the time, not just from patients, but from the people around them. He's back. If this sounds like you or someone you love, go find out what's possible. QC Kinetics offers free consultations to see if you're a good candidate. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Everyone's go-to source for all NFL news.
And we're going to get right to some breaking news here that just came down. This tweet from Adam Schefter.
Adam's on the phone. Adam, you have more news? What do you got? They're going with another move.
And here is the man who knows all, Adam Schefter.
And Joshy's biggest fan.
It's nice to see Josh at the big boy table. Thank you, everybody. Keep up the good work, Josh.
It's ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter on JGC is sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union.
Always great to have Adam Schefter here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Always great to get the insight from him. Adam, how are you doing today?
What's going on, everybody?
Good to see you. Adam Schefter is brought to you by Tony Wendorf and Associates. Just like the moves made in the pros, Tony Wendorf and Associates, Keller Williams, helps people make their own big moves every day. Trusted knowledge, superior service. They're the real estate MVPs of Wisconsin. And if you're looking to buy or sell a house, make the move and get in touch with Tony Wendorf and Associates. Today, Gabe telling us that Tony Wendorf's team did win the ESPN Milwaukee Delzer Open yesterday. So congrats to Tony and his team. All right, Adam. Give us your perspective on why Jordan Love was not on the top 10 list that Jeremy Fowler collected from ESPN execs and coaches and scouts. What do you think is holding him back in the minds of those people?
Well, it's largely a referendum on last season to me. And the scouts, players, front office executives, whoever it may be, just felt like he didn't play as well as he could have, and that there were other quarterbacks out there that played better than Jordan Love. I just don't put much stock into those things. Jeremy does a great job with it, but it's July 15th. You know, nobody's in camp yet. There's not a lot of football to talk about. So it's great. So we could dissect it, but obviously it's a reflection and a referendum of how people feel about Jordan Love. And right now they don't feel like he's a top 10 quarterback, which means he has to play better this year to crack that next year if he wants to be viewed in a higher light.
Adam, TMZ has video of Aaron Donald at the Rams facility. Right. This sounds like it's going to happen, doesn't it?
The way it was explained to me was Aaron Donald wanted to see how he felt physically, mentally. He hasn't played football 2 years. Wanted to go out there, run around in a football building, do some football things. And you can understand if anybody was away from what they did for 2 years and they said, hey, Chewy, you walked away and you're thinking about coming back to join the station. Maybe you want to come back and just see it. Like, you don't know how you're going to feel 2 years later. Like, boy, I really missed this. Or, boy, I don't want to do this again. Like, he may have gone through that and been like, I really don't want to do this to my body. I don't think that's going to happen.
How does that work? That could be his reaction. How does that work from a contractual standpoint where he obviously retired, was still under contract for X amount of money? Does he go back? Is that contract then void, or does he pick up where that left off?
No, well, they'd have to redo the contract.
They redo it? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll have to rework the contract because the Rams were not budgeting, planning, and expecting Aaron Donald to come back this year. And again, he still might not, but certainly he's thinking about it, and it's certainly a possibility. And if it is, and it does happen, they're going to have to sit down and figure out a contract that would get him in there that both sides could live with and be content with.
Okay.
Our conversations with Adam Schefter brought to you by Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin's sheet metal workers. If you want to earn more and build a real career in the trades, this is where it starts. Better pay, incredible benefits, real training, real representation. This isn't just a job, it's a future. Learn more, smart18.work. If Donald does come back, what are your expectations for him? The Rams already the favorites, at least in the NFC, to go to the Super Bowl. How much would he, do you think, improve the team? Or would he just kind of be a specialty player after missing football for 2 years?
Well, I think he'd still be a factor. He's not coming back to just kind of be along for the ride, if that's what he decides to do. And at one point, you're talking about a dominant defensive player, one of the best defensive players ever played the game, frankly. And, I don't know that he'd be at that level. I'm not expecting that after being out of the game for 2 years. But when you factor in that Myles Garrett's on that defensive line, and Myles Garrett's going to be double and triple teamed, and it frees up Aaron Donald, I would expect him to be a factor. I would expect him to be a presence. I would think he's going to make plays if he decides he wants to play this upcoming season. And he's going to have to be somebody you account for no matter what.
Adam Schefter joins us on the Yuengling Hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, now officially in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. We saw a post from David Bakhtiari talking about the World Cup field conditions and how all of the fields have now been switched back to what they were previously. Bakhtiari has long been a proponent of give us grass. Were you surprised that after they put grass in all of these facilities, all of these stadiums, that they went ahead and flipped the switch?
Well, that's what they've said they would do. So I'm not surprised. But what this comes down to, again, is when the NFL and the NFLPA sit down to figure out when there's going to be an 18-game season, the NFLPA has to make it a priority. In the last round of talks, the priority was the off-season program, getting more time off, being away from the training facility. That was a priority for the NFLPA in the last round of talks for a new collective bargaining agreement. If this is something that is really important to the players, like it is to David Bakhtiari, then they'll sit down and they'll make sure that that's done. That's the truth of the matter. And it may cost them some money. That may be something that they have to give back. But if it really matters, the time to speak up about that is during talks for a CBA because they can get whatever they want. It's up to them. It's just a question of what you want to prioritize.
Adam, why hasn't a team signed Stephon Diggs yet?
Good question. I think that first of all, he had some legal situation that was pending that where the charges have dropped. So I'm sure that some people wanted to figure out and see what was the situation there. And then, of course, obviously, he may have been at one point in time asking more money than the team was willing to pay. I mean, so now he's looking for a new home. I think he's going to find one. I think there's going to be a team that absolutely is going to sign Stephon Diggs here in the coming weeks. And I think he'll be ready to play for the 2026 season.
Adam Schefter, brought to us by the Island Resort and Casino. It's a premier resort destination, the largest north of Milwaukee. With everything you like to do in one awesome location, visit islandresortandcasino.com. Book your total experience today. About a week ago or so, Adam, Bill Barnwell had a really interesting piece on ESPN.com talking about Super Bowl level rosters and how those teams are built. As somebody who covers the league the way you do and are so in on the transactions, the trades, the free agent signings, all those sorts of things, was there anything interesting from that you went, I even though I cover the league as closely as I do, I didn't quite realize that, these positions, come through the league this way?
I didn't read the piece that closely. I didn't finish it, so I can't say
it's a beefy piece. It is a beefy piece, but it is very, very interesting.
Yeah, he does a great job, and I didn't read it. And I started to pick it up, and I got distracted, and I didn't pick it up again. I apologize for not being able to answer the question.
No, that's all good. It's a beefy piece.
Adam, we have been diligently going through the list that ESPN.com, and we talked about Jeremy Fowler doing all of the legwork here for us.
Yeah.
And I know that, again, we believe that there is a level of subjectivity when it comes to these positions as well. It's best, and then you start going down the list. It becomes a little bit of like, well, do you like vanilla ice cream or do you like chocolate ice cream? Do you like cookies and cream or Rocky Road? But should the Packers be concerned that at the wide receiver position, they don't have somebody in the top 10, they don't even have somebody honorable mention? Should that be a concern in what is, clearly a passing league, where offense matters? Is that something that should concern Packers fans?
I don't believe so. And again, it really doesn't matter what people think and how people are rating. These wide receivers are going to have a big opportunity this year. Big. Romeo Doubs signed with New England. It's sitting there waiting. They've signed Christian Watson to an extension. They've signed Jaden Reed to an extension. They drafted Matthew Golden in the first round. So they are telling you that we believe in these three guys, not to mention the fact that Tucker Kraft is one of the single best tight ends in the game. We all think that he may have an extension by the time the season starts. So if you've got a great tight end, you've got two wide receivers you've extended, you've got another first-round pick at wide receiver, the first wide receiver you've picked in the first round in how long? A long time. I think that they feel comfortable and confident with the group of receivers that they have. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to get the job done. That's up to them. But I feel like they think that they've assembled the talent that they need at that spot to go have the type of season that they want.
All right, let's stick with lists since you love them so much, Adam. I don't know if you saw this.
Hashtag sarcasm.
Chris Sims came out with his top quarterbacks of all time, and he had Tom Brady at 9, which I thought was insane. So let me give you the list. He had Manning 1, Mahomes 2, Rodgers 3, Marino 4, Lamar Jackson 5, Allen
That's
6.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Steve Young 7, Montana 8, Tom Brady 9. Where should Brady?
No Favre, huh?
Well, I saw 2 lists because one he was on it, but this is the one. Where does Brady belong? Does Brady belong at 1? He has to belong at 1, right?
But hold on, I didn't hear Elway. I didn't hear Roger Staubach. I didn't hear Johnny Unitas. I didn't hear.
Staubach was 10, Adam. He was 10.
Where was John Elway?
It only goes to 10.
I'm not putting much credence into any list that doesn't have John Elway in the top 10 quarterbacks of all time. I'm sorry. And Tom Brady at 9? No,
Yeah.
Tom Brady is at 1.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I agree.
I mean, and I love Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's one of the greatest players in NFL history. Peyton Manning at 1, Tom Brady at 9?
Yeah.
No.
I'm with you.
How many more ways do we want to take this apart?
All right, Adam, let's go to something fun then, because the Open Championship starts tomorrow. Chewy asked me before the show started. Central Time.
Who's Jen picking?
Yeah, I don't know
Who's Jen picking?
I don't know who Jen's picking this week. But if your guy, because Adam, we all know you love, the guy you're rooting for is whoever you pick in your pool that week. If your guy has an early enough tee time, are you waking up earlier than you normally would, throwing on a pot of coffee and watching your guy play?
We went through this with the Scottish Open last week, so it's the same thing. And what happens is, it's not like you're waking up to watch it. Although I would say, on Saturday, if my guy were in it and it was like 3, 4 in the morning, I might do that. Like, I'm not getting up in the first or second round but I don't sleep great anyway, so I'll probably wake up at 3:30 in the morning. If my guy's teeing off, I'll grab my phone to see how he's doing and take a look. But I'm not getting up early to watch it like that. Not that early. I do love the British Open.
Oh, you do? It's my least favorite major.
Really?
I mean, I go obviously Augusta, the Masters, 2 U.S. Open, 3 PGA, 4 British.
Chewy just loves America.
Not that. They look like they're playing on goat ranches. I mean, get some irrigation for crying out loud.
See, grass guy over here. You knew that was going to be the deal breaker.
Yeah.
Chewy, have you ever played over there?
No, never. I mean, I could go play in Shiocton and pay $13 with a cart if I wanted to play a British Open type course, Gabe. Am I right or wrong?
You couldn't be more wrong.
No. Grass is meant to be green, Adam, not brown.
It's a totally different experience. It's pretty cool. I back when I was a single guy in my Denver reporter days, there was a group from San Francisco, a group of guys, I know, couples, and they included me on a few of their golf trips. Ira Miller would organize them, and the great sports writer from San Francisco. And I went to Scotland once and Ireland once, and it was. I think we went on 3 of those trips. It was great. It was great. It was. Oh yeah, it was great.
All right.
Yeah, haven't done it in 20 plus years, but it was great.
Adam, we would be remiss here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy if we didn't take at least a moment to congratulate you on your new deal with ESPN.
Oh.
It was announced this week that you have signed a new deal. So how many years is that now with the company? Are we at 20 years?
We are right now at 17. This will put me over 20.
Oh, fantastic.
I think that was me to Mr. Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got a statue coming your way for sure.
and guess what else? I've covered the NFL right now, for 37 years.
Whoa!
So this will put me well over 40 covering the NFL.
What was your first year?
1990.
With Denver?
With Denver.
Wow.
Josh, what year were you born in?
88.
Oh, okay.
Adam Schefter's been covering the league about as long as you've been alive.
The GOAT.
Yeah, he is the GOAT.
And I feel honored and blessed to do it this long and get to continue to do it longer, honestly. And Jen, you know this, and I'm not just saying this. Like, we work with a lot of great people. Like, I love doing the shows that I do. Sunday Countdown, Monday Night Countdown, Get Up, NFL Live, like all those shows that I get to be on. Pat McAfee, like, I have a great time with everybody. They're really some great people, and that's the best part about it, is you get to continue to work with all these people.
Well, we feel very honored and blessed to have you join us once a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, bringing us the insight, bringing us the laughs. Thank you, Adam. Have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Sorry to bring it all serious, but come on. I mean, the guy signs a new
years.
deal, and come on, you got to give him his props for that.
Yeah, he's going to, by the time of the end of that deal, over Over 40 years covering the NFL.
Yeah.
So,
damn.
So by the time Adam's done with that deal, will Chewy still be here? You know what? Don't answer that.
Okay.
Just think about it.
Chewy's been day to day the second he started doing this.
Fair.
We always talk about the Goodwill Hunting scene, right? One day I'm going to walk to the door,
yeah.
I'm going to knock, and you won't be there.
You know what, though? I think all you guys know, it's not my decision.
Just out of curiosity, what is at this point, bud?
Don't have a lot. The days I can cut the grass. That's about it.
Stop trying to make magic out of whatever's lurking in your fridge, because you can let Screamin' Sicilian handle dinner. Grab the original, loaded edge to edge with real cheese and premium toppings, or try Screamin' Sicilian breadsticks, warm, cheesy, pull-apart breadsticks that you won't want to share. Each one just $5.99. That's right, just $5.99. More flavor, more cheese, more reasons to make tonight a pizza night. More is amore. Make sure you swing by Sendix, where each of these right now is just $5.99. Consider dinner handled with Screamin' Sicilian.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. With Wildy and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Your premier Michigan golf getaway includes rounds at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Book Monday through Wednesday for best availability. Savor elevated dining and unwind at the full-service Drift Spa between rounds. Grab quick bites in the expanded Sage Run Clubhouse, or refresh overlooking the 9th and 18th at Sweetgrass. It's all part of an unforgettable golf experience at Island Resort and Casino. Plan your getaway at islandresortgolf.com.
Smart 18 knows that success takes teamwork. With top-level training, healthcare, and retirement plans, Smart Local 18 gives you the tools to win on and off the job site. Visit smart18.org and join the team that builds America.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Start the second half of the Brewers season with a stacked series against the Marlins. The whole city's invited to celebrate Noche de Cerveceros Friday, July 17th. Then get the latest Brandon Woodruff Brewers bobblehead, courtesy of PNC Bank, Saturday the 18th. Treat the family to a summer Sunday at the ballpark for Paw Patrol Day on the 19th. Plus, family vibes are through the roof with special kids activities every Sunday. Get your tickets at brewers.com.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Kevin Rett from Mentality Men's Health. Here's what we've learned in treating 25,000 men. You can't just rely on testosterone alone anymore. To run at full capacity, your body needs peptide therapy on top of your TRT. Our physician's treatment designed to support your recovery, repair, and performance with peptide therapy. A custom plan around your numbers, monitored every step of the way. Testosterone levels the field, and peptides drive your results. Start today at lowtusa.com.
Your brand doesn't need more square footage.
It needs more wow.
When you work with Captivate Exhibits, trade show booths become magnets, lobbies become living stories, break rooms become culture builders.
Captivate creates experiences people don't just see, they feel.
For more than 30 years, their award-winning team has transformed big ideas into bold brand moments that command attention and drive results.
Stop blending in.
Start captivating.
Visit CaptivateExhibits.com.
In healthcare, change is constant. Fifth Third Bank helps organizations navigate that change with local expertise and comprehensive financial solutions. From capital structure optimization to revenue cycle support and commercial payment tools, Fifth Third empowers sustainable growth. For nearly 20 years, the Milwaukee team has partnered with healthcare and not-for-profit organizations, building trusted, long-term relationships. Experience the difference only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
We might be underwater in 50 years, but if it means I get 50 years of mild winters,
not your problem.
Well, certainly not mine.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Looking for your next unforgettable night out? Choose Upper Bar, where the city lights meet the river's edge and every evening feels like an occasion. Perched above the Milwaukee River with sweeping downtown views, Upper Bar is your stylish escape to the heart of the city. Sip handcrafted cocktails, explore curated wines, share blissful bites made for good company. Whether you're meeting friends, starting your night, or just chasing a view, you'll find it all at Upper Bar. Elevated evenings right in the center of it all. Visit upperbarmke.com to learn more. With the All-Star game in the rearview mirror, I suppose we can look forward to the second half of the season. And very briefly, guys, we saw a list that showed the strength of schedule, difficulty of schedule, for the remainder of the MLB season for each team, each franchise. And, you know, the Milwaukee Brewers are not just atop the list in the National League Central. They're atop the list of the strength of schedule, hardest remaining schedule. That's not fun.
Concerning?
When you take a look at the schedule, to me, it's not super concerning.
But it is, again, the hardest of all of the 30 teams.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's coming down to percentage points, and that could even change after a week.
Maybe so, and probably I'm assuming they play the Cubs again.
Well, they've got to, playing in the NL Central. I mean, all those teams are legitimately good other than the Reds. Reds stink. Everybody else above 500 still. So having multiple series with all those teams, you've got the Dodgers still on there, and that's a 4-game series on the road, so that's going to be looked at a little bit tougher. You do have Philly on the road in the penultimate series, but you also have a stretch. So coming out of the break, first they've got 9 games at home, which is great after having that lengthy road trip.
Thank goodness, they need it.
And so Miami, you come out with Miami. Miami's a pretty good team. Pretty solid team. Then you have the Mets, Rockies, Giants, and Angels are the next 4 series after that. So there are plenty of series like that. You've got the Mets twice the rest of the way. There are plenty of teams that just aren't very good remaining on the schedule. Now, you also have a lot of divisional, especially once you get to August. Don't have any more divisional series until you hit August, and then you've got 7 in the final 2 months of the season. So you got to take care of business in the division. When I saw that, yes, I think it can be scary, but then when you actually look at the schedule, it's like, yeah, I guess kind of makes sense. But there's nothing that's, oh, man, look at this. This is...
I guess my first reaction, though, Gabe, was to look at where the teams that they are fighting for those playoff spots are, and the Dodgers are the 14th, so they're right in the middle of the pack, and the Braves are scrolling 13th. So the 2 teams that, you think you're going to be fighting with as far as positioning goes in the National League have a considerably easier remaining schedule than the Brewers. Yeah. Again, I'm not trying to be pessimistic here. I'm not trying to say, oh, the sky is falling, tut, it looks like rain. I'm simply saying, like, this Brewers team, which right now we have talked about Miz, we have talked about Harrison, we have talked about Woody, we have talked about some of the injuries that they're figuring out. And if they're going to go out and get somebody to bolster the lineup or bolster the roster, this was also like are you kidding me? I didn't say it. But that's what I thought when I saw it.
But it's a product of the division that the Brewers play in. It's purely that.
Yeah.
Because the NL Central has 4 teams that have 50 wins here at the break. The West has 1.
Yeah.
And it's the Dodgers, and the Dodgers don't play themselves.
And Cubs are 6 on that list.
Yeah, because they're also in the Central.
Correct. Yeah.
Push it through the Seinfeld scale of concern. 800-990-3776. We'll put it on our Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll. Refresh your phone home with roofing, siding, or windows, all backed by a lifetime workmanship warranty. InfinityExteriors.com. Where do you stand on the Seinfeld scale of concern that the Brewers have the hardest remaining strength of schedule in 2026? Yada, yada, yada. You look a little stressed. I'm freaking out.
If they're shooting for the number 2 spot or 1, a little stressed. If it's to make the playoffs, yada, yada, yada.
Well, like I said, they've got like a 99, 98% chance
I'm not
to make
worried
the
about
playoffs.
that. But the top 2 spots, which is, we'd like to see them get, yeah, I'm a little concerned.
Yada, yada, yada. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
800-990-3776.
They're the second best team in baseball.
Yeah.
Go out and earn it.
They will have to earn it for sure if this is the case. 800-990-3776. We'll put it on the Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll. We'll take a break. Second hour of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy starts in 2 minutes.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
I-41 south at Capitol Drive. The left lane is blocked due to a crash. Traffic is all the way backed up to about Mill Road, so keep an eye out for that. Also heading northbound on I-41 is also backed up, so keep a tap on the brakes in that area. Heading down to the Mitchell interchange on 894 east to I-94 south, the ramp to there, the 2 right lanes are blocked due to a crash, causing major backup eastbound on 894, so keep an eye out for that as well. We still have a crash on exit to Howard Avenue from Highway 794 north in the St. Francis area where someone hit a light pole, so keep an eye out for that as well. And in the Stadium interchange heading both ways are backed up on your morning commute. Traffic is brought to you by Sewer Ninjas. Just like we help you avoid traffic backups, Sewer Ninjas helps homeowners avoid sewer backups with camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. A heat advisory is in effect for all of southeast Wisconsin through tonight at 8 p.m. Today, hot and humid. Smoke moves in this evening with a high of 93, and tonight, warm and humid with a low of 72. Dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contract. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit InfinityExteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Nizair Spencer on 94.5 ESPN.
Summertime is when you'll find the largest selection of homes on the market.
But it's the bottom of the night, as it's also the time when homes move the quickest.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Andrea Woshinski. With more buyers competing, preparation, speed, and expert local guidance can make all the difference.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service at wendorfteam.kw.com.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
A real estate team driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Marquette Basketball head coach Shaka Smart here, and you're listening to the home of Marquette Basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
The season of lists rolls on as ESPN.com continues to push out its top 10 at each position in the NFL. And today, drum roll please, is wide receivers. Now, it's a little anticlimactic for us here in Wisconsin as the Green Bay Packers had zero, count them, zero wide receivers on the top 10 list. And frankly, they didn't have anybody on the honorable mentions list or on the also receiving votes list, okay? We talked to Adam Schefter about it a few moments ago. If you're interested in what he had to say about that, go ahead and check it out on our YouTube stream or wherever you get your podcasts. But what I did notice, gang, is that Davante Adams is number 10 on the list. And every year that Davante Adams continues to thrive, continues to be considered an elite wide receiver in the league, it feels like the mistake of letting him walk. It feels like the mistake of letting that relationship deteriorate becomes more and more egregious, Gabe.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest mistake of Goody's career. I think it's safe to say that you let a Hall of Famer walk out the door. And I don't know if they were betting that he was going to go into a decline the way that Jordy did when he walked out, but Davante was younger. Davante still, when he left the Packers, went off and has had highly productive season after season. He lowest total in receiving yards last year, 789, but still had 14 touchdowns. Like the guy outside of, he even still had over 1,000 yards in the wonky year that he had in Vegas and then went out and played with Rodgers again with the Jets. But he's been over 1,000 yards every year he left the Packers except for last year. And he didn't even play 17 games. Still led the league in touchdowns. Still a highly productive wide receiver. The dude's going to be in Canton someday. And they thought that Davante, I guess, would stunt the growth of some of the young receivers that they had and decided to make that transition away from Davante. And that was, again, a huge mistake by Goody by going, oh, hey, you just had a great year. Go prove it again, instead of giving him the contract extension we typically see.
Does this tell you that Watson's not really a 1? Because you got 11, 12, 16. You got roughly 28 people on this list.
Yeah.
Is he a 1?
Can be. He has the physical traits to be.
Yeah, I would agree.
And now he's got the opportunity. Part of this, every last one of those names on this list, and I believe Chris Olave was a late ad.
It was, yes. Good
Because Olave also received votes. Fowler missed it the first time he posted the piece. Every last one of those guys have something that the Packers wide receivers do not have.
Yes.
That's 1,000 yards receiving in a season. And until you hit that magical number, you're not going to get noticed.
But you
not
can't
going to get
hold
the
that
recognition.
against them.
Well, but that's what I'm saying.
I hold it against Goody and
Sure.
I hold it against LaFleur.
Yeah, but what I'm saying now, Chew, is they've got the opportunity.
Yes.
Especially Christian Watson, I believe, who's going to be the number one guy for this offense this year.
Yes.
Number one wide receiver. He's got the opportunity to go out there, get the targets that a lot of these guys get the receptions, get the yards, the touchdowns that a lot of these guys that ultimately made this list have gotten.
This is sort of the nuance that we have been dancing around for the last 48 hours when it comes to these lists, right? They don't exist in a vacuum. Christian Watson's production or potential does not exist in a vacuum. And that means that he has been a quote-unquote victim of the way that they have chosen to run the offense, right? And stacking it with all of these people and spreading the ball around. Similarly with Jordan Love, when we were talking about his numbers and we were talking about the way that they have chosen to run the offense and push it through Josh Jacobs. How many times did Josh Jacobs find the end zone when you could have argued maybe that would have been a touchdown for Jordan Love that then boosts his touchdown numbers, that puts him in a caliber or a echelon where people are going, oh, Jordan Love had how many? He threw how many touchdowns? So, that's why all of this stuff matters when you're parsing out, when you're nuancing who the best are. I tend to agree with you, though, Chew. It is a little alarming that the Green Bay Packers, again, in what we now know is a passing league, do not have a number one wide receiver. But I am willing to acquiesce that it is because his numbers are not as impressive or popping as some of these other guys on this list.
Well, let me ask you that, because I'm Mr. Impartial. Always been impartial.
Yeah.
And
Unless
these lists,
you're being bullied by the 12-year-old baseball player in his front yard.
He was impartial there.
In which case, you take a side.
They're almost through all these lists. Have tight ends gone yet?
Yeah.
Where was Kraft?
I think Tucker was fifth.
Fifth or sixth?
Sixth.
No, you're sixth.
Did we overinflate this offense because we're in it? Because this is based, I think this is perception. A lot of this list is perception.
Correct.
Do we overinflate this offense because we're in it?
I don't think so. I don't think that the offense is overinflated because when you start diving into some of the numbers that we talked about with Jordan Love, a lot of those advanced numbers, points per drive, the DVOA, what are some of the other ones? EPA, all those things. The Packers offense rates out pretty well. They're efficient offense.
Then why doesn't it translate to these lists?
Because they don't have enough drives. They try and condense games. They don't run a ton of plays. And that affects the counting numbers, which everybody looks at when they make these lists.
Because if they did one for the offensive line, I don't know if they do. They're not on this list. They're nowhere close.
No, Zach Tom.
So you have your best is 6. You have your best is 6.
Oh, on offense, yeah.
And then you don't even have another one in the top 10. Josh Jacobs was honorable mention.
Yep.
Jordan Love was honorable mention. There's no receivers and there's no O-line. So I don't think we are.
Well,
but I think people that look at this list and say, oh, I don't have a problem, I think it's a good list, would say, yeah, we overinflate this offense because we're in the middle of it.
Going into 1995, for you guys, which is the year you guys went to the NFC Championship game, Sterling just retired.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got bounced by the Cowboys the year before in the divisional round after beating the Lions. How many guys would you have had on this list?
Brett would be, because he won the MVP in 95.
In 95, but going into it, I mean, he's probably a top 10 guy, but he wasn't looked at as the best guy in the league.
No, but he was top 10.
Edgar hadn't had 1,000-yard
running
season.
backs.
Robert wasn't Robert yet.
Robert.
You weren't you
free.
yet.
Well, I went to Pro Bowl in 95.
Yeah, but going into 95.
Oh, into 95?
Going into 95.
God, no.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
and I think that's where this team is. Going into 95, Edgar hadn't had 1,000 yards yet.
Yeah.
Robert had 1,500 yards that year, but he wasn't a top 10 guy.
Yeah.
I think that's where there's opportunities to be had.
But Gabe, in not defense, but our mindset was we didn't know if we were better. We knew we were a playoff team, but we didn't know if we didn't know we were going to. We thought we could beat San Fran. We didn't know we were going to beat them. We didn't know how soft they were. Yeah, take that, San Fran. They're soft, wine and cheese. We had no idea they were just going to lay down after we punched them right in the mouth. And then that gives you confidence, and then you go to Dallas and okay.
And this team, I think, is in a similar spot to that.
I can buy that.
And there's opportunities. Guys in that team, yourself included, you went to a Pro Bowl. Robert didn't, probably should have.
Yeah.
Had set the Packers record for receiving yards in a season, which was later broken. But, I mean, he had almost 1,500 yards. Edgar was great. Brett became the MVP.
But the difference is, Gabe,
there are opportunities for this team to go and grab some of these positions going into next year and be on these top 10 lists.
It's 31 years ago, but I don't remember going into 95 going, hey, we got a chance to win it all. I don't think we had that. Where this team, I think they have that, which is fine. I think that's just the difference. We had to go along the season to say, hey, you know what? Maybe. And we had Reggie.
Yeah, exactly. And they got Micah.
Yeah.
Micah's obviously going to miss the first part of the season here, but.
Okay. We're the next year, 96. We're the top dog. We're
like,
we are not losing this. I do remember that. Playing.
Because you finally went on that deep playoff run.
Yeah.
And that gave you the confidence to do what you did.
Added a few more pieces. Keith was there for more than half the year. Yeah.
Of all the lists that have been dropped by ESPN.com where they are ranking the top 10 players at each position, I think this one probably, and again, I want to be very clear, it's all relative. I'm not losing sleep over lists. However, this is the one that probably irks me the most because the Packers not having anyone in the top 26, and that's how many they have listed there with the addition of Chris Olave, is annoying. But it also is a product of the way that they run the offense. But Devontae Adams being number 10 on the list is just that kick in the nuts.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you had the guy. You know, by all accounts, he probably would have retired a Packer, stayed a Packer. Now, again, I know there was the talk of like, Did he believe in Jordan Love? Did he think he could be the guy that could carry the mantle from Aaron Rodgers?
But that could also have not mattered, because that became part of the conversation in his last year in 21 when Jordan had to start a game in that season because Aaron had COVID, couldn't play in the game in Kansas City, so Jordan had to start. But if you locked him up to a contract after the 2020 season, doesn't matter who the quarterback is.
Right. And
you're locked into this.
And because you played fast and loose with them,
yeah,
he is, elsewhere, Vegas to LA, and I think he is the only wide receiver on this list, it said, in his 30s. So
is there any piece of you that felt like he would have been wasted here in those early years of Jordan Love?
Yeah, I mean, he was wasted in Vegas, too.
Yeah. Then with the Jets, I forgot about that. He was definitely wasted there.
I think if that situation happened today, and Goody would never admit that he was wrong, even though I think he would behind closed doors, just because of the pivot with the youth.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's bringing in veterans. He's got Hargrove. He's got Zaire. I think if that situation presented itself today, Goody would sign him. He might have just not had enough experience at the time and a little too cocky and thought he knew. We all go through that, were we?
Alan weighing in on the Carbless Talking text line. Liss is more, 800-990-3776. No wide receivers on the list, not even an honorable mention. I guess we now know why Jordan Love isn't on the top 10 of quarterbacks. Yes, again, to the point I made earlier, none of this exists in a vacuum. Jordan Love needs guys to throw the ball to, and if the league perception is that he doesn't have a top 10, top 26 wide receiver to throw to, that certainly affects Jordan Love's numbers and probably why Matt LaFleur's offense ran through Josh Jacobs. But we do think, and we're all on the same page here, right? We think that this is going to be a pivot.
Mm-hmm.
We think this is going to be a let Jordan cook year.
As long as health is not his health, but the receiver's health, who in the past have been beat up because they don't have the numbers like they used to.
There's no Bears wide receiver on the list either.
Well, Olave.
It is not a Chicago Bear.
Huh?
I'm thinking of Dunze, his brother.
Yeah, Olave, Odunze.
Oh, New Orleans.
Samsonite.
Gotcha.
That's something.
Why do I
just want to say,
both start with an O, I guess.
We were cooking, man. I think we were really cooking there, talking about the wide receiver situation for your
Should have
Green
just
Bay
went to
Packers.
break. You should have
That's
just
on me.
went
It's
to
on me.
break.
It's on me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys about my friends over at 2-Day Painting. 2-Day Painting came out and painted our house. It looks phenomenal. Since we moved 7 years ago, we've always wanted to paint the house, but it just was never the right time. Plus, we never felt comfortable with any of these painting groups. They roll in, they knock on the door, they tell you how they're going to come out, they're going to paint it, they're going to do a great job, and you're like, maybe. But 2-Day Painting came in with a ton of reputable reviews on Google, and we felt very confident letting them handle this big project. They were professional. The workmanship was high quality. They had a strong attention to detail. They have been a Top Choice Award winner 5 years in a row, and they had a color consultation that was free. So yeah, they came out, they showed us some options and said, here's what would look really good on your style of home. And I got to say, guys, every time I pull into our driveway now, I am happy. I am thrilled with the way that our house looks, thanks to my friends over at 2-Day Painting. If you want to schedule a free estimate, go to their website. It's 2daypainting.com, 2daypainting.com. Tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you and get started today with your painting project.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We have a lot of crashes around the area, starting at 894 east to I-94 south. The two right lanes are blocked due to a crash. That traffic is stretching from about Forest Home Avenue to the Mitchell interchange if you're heading eastbound on 894 this morning. And we also have a crash on a ramp from 27th Street north to 894 west, so a lot of commotion there on 894 this morning. And heading north on I-94, about a mile beyond ramp from Holt Avenue, the left shoulder is blocked due to a crash, so keep an eye out for that. And we still have a crash on I-41 south at Capitol Drive. The left lane is blocked due to a crash. That Traffic is stretching from about Mill Road to Capitol Drive, so tap on the brakes in that area all around as there are backups in north and southbound, and of course, I-94 slowdowns heading both ways. Traffic is brought to you by MoMA. MoMA is the new name connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, getting you back in action with expert evaluation and innovative treatments provided in their offices, the surgery center, ortho laser, or MOSH. Call or walk in today. A heat advisory is in effect for all of southeast Wisconsin through tonight at 8 p.m. Today, hot and humid. Smoke moves into this evening with a high of 93, and tonight, warm and humid with a low of 72. Weather is brought to you by Good Health Saunas. Get your in-home infrared sauna today. Learn more at goodhealthsaunas.com and visit them at the Wisconsin State Fair Expo Center August 6th through August 16th. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Nazir Spencer on 94.5 ESPN.
Join ESPN Milwaukee and Yingling this Saturday starting at 2 p.m. at J&B's Blue Ribbon Bar and Grill in Blue Mound for the ultimate Yingling watch party. Fuel up before the game with the ESPN Milwaukee Street Team. Win awesome Yingling prizes and stick around as the first place crew battle Miami. Ice cold Yingling, great food, baseball, summer done right. Yingling, bringing friends together since 1829. Crack open a lager and raise a toast to American tradition. See you Saturday starting at 2 p.m. at J&B's in Blue Mound. DG Yingling in Sun Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
It's time now for the Sewer Ninjas Minute of the Day from your local experts at Sewer Ninjas.
Did you know that as a homeowner, you're typically responsible for the sewer line running from your home all the way out to the connection at the city main? Many sewer lines installed decades ago were made from clay or cast iron and can deteriorate over time. A simple camera inspection can identify roots, cracks, or deterioration long before sewage backs up in your basement, which is the responsibility of the homeowner and not the city. That's why we encourage homeowners, especially those living in older homes before 1980, to have their sewer line inspected before a problem becomes an emergency. I'm Jordan with Sewer Ninjas, locally owned, Wisconsin proud, and here to help you protect your home.
This has been the Sewer Ninjas Minute of the Day, helping Wisconsin homeowners stay ahead of costly sewer problems, 1 minute at a time. Learn more today at sewerninjas.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jen Latta. I've spent my career around athletes, coaches, and people looking for an edge. That's why I was so impressed when I visited Revival in Brookfield. From kickboxing-inspired fitness, Kaiser cutting-edge performance training, yoga, bar, Pilates, and a suite of recovery experiences that include red light therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and contrast therapy, Revival is redefining fitness and wellness all under one roof. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel here for Events by Design. If you're planning an annual meeting, leadership summit, product launch, or trade show, you already know the pressure is on. Events by Design takes those high-stake moments and turns them into immersive experiences that energize your audience and elevate your brand. They handle everything: designing, planning, production, ensuring your event is executed seamlessly. No stress, no scrambling, just a memorable experience that delivers. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi Rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Big guy's just getting soft on us.
Old age
No,
is getting
just
to him.
go
Thought he'd
back.
be harder than this, a little tougher.
Yeah,
Go
we
back
want
to-
winners.
I want
Go
people who
back.
want to win.
Shut your pie holes.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Guys, I'm telling you, if you're getting ready to propose, the Jewelry Center, the place to go. It's what I did, first and foremost. Great to see the Jewelry Center team at the ESB Milwaukee Open yesterday. And what separates the Jewelry Center is that team that I got to see and talk to yesterday, because they really helped me. Now, I kind of have an idea of what I wanted to get for my now wife, but if you don't, bring in something for her Pinterest page. Have the team at the Jewelry Center look at that, and they are going to always point you in the right direction. Whether you're looking for that custom engagement ring or maybe you just want to pick up something else. Nice diamond earrings, gold chain. The Jewelry Center has you covered. So check out the Jewelry Center in Greenfield, Brookfield, Burlington, or Mequon.
We have to have a talk about daylight savings time. So, look, we have talked at times about how we're waking up in the morning and it's pitch black, right? But we wake up at like 5:30, and that's normal when you do a morning show. This proposal, which apparently is likely to get passed, is getting a ton of pushback. The House has passed legislation to make daylight savings time permanent nationwide, ending the twice-a-year clock changes by a 308 to 117 vote. Backed by President Trump, the bill now heads to the Senate. If approved and signed into law, I think it would go into effect
this year?
Immediately.
This fall?
It would not fall behind.
Yeah. I think we just keep cruising where we're at right now.
What's the pushback?
The pushback is that they want it to go to daylight savings time, be the normal, whereas people are saying it actually should be standard. Is it savings time? I don't even know. The argument is standard time.
Daylight time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The argument is that if they change it to daylight savings time, the sun will not rise in our area, in the north, until 8:30, 9 a.m.
Yeah, 8:18 would be the Milwaukee. Yeah.
During the wintertime.
That would be the latest you would get the sunrise is 8:18, yes.
And then, so, of course, the thing was, apparently they did this back in the 70s. They tried to push this through. They did it. They implemented it. And kids were standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus in pitch black darkness. I believe, and again, who knows on social media, but there were some kids who were hit by cars or something like that. But they pulled it back. They took it back within weeks or months because they were like, oh, actually, we didn't see it through. We didn't think it through. And so while I'm all for the whole not having to change the clocks twice a year, even though I don't think it's that big of a hassle, we've talked about that on this program. If you're going to do it, use common sense. Do it correctly, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and I'm sure there's issues on the other side, is there not? If you go to the other time.
So then if you went to the other time, it'd probably be, it'd be 7:18, right?
Yes.
And then on the backside, not real good at the math. I don't know. Would you guys rather have it lighter in the morning earlier or later at night?
So biologically, Chew,
Yeah.
lighter in the morning earlier, because again,
I
the
agree.
human circadian rhythm, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to I don't know a ton about this stuff, right?
Mhm.
But I know that you're supposed to get sunlight in the morning. It's supposed to activate your body and all of basically jumpstart your brain, spark plug for your brain, spark plug for your body. And so delaying it, they think is going to have dramatic effects just from a physical standpoint for most people.
I would rather have it lighter earlier.
Is
There's
this-
nothing not that it matters anymore,
I
but
was going to say, for me, I don't see the sun regardless.
At all.
So if I can go home and have a little more sunlight in my afternoon, that's kind of what I'm looking for. If the sun rises at 6:30 or at 8:30,
Doesn't matter to me.
I'm already here. I got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Don't matter to me. I can't see the sun down here. During the winter, don't see it until we walk out of here at 9 o'clock.
Well, if we could just do fall back twice, it'd be great. The spring forward sucks. So just go fall back.
Double
Where
fall
would that
back.
put us? Would that be all right?
No.
No, because
everyone loves the fall back.
But then you keep falling back at
I
some
know.
point.
But it'll come back around. Right?
What are we, Alaska? We're going to school in the pitch black and
Is this really this big of an issue that we need to? I feel like we've spent way too much time on this as a country trying to figure out the right answer. Shouldn't we just keep this?
Oh, yeah. Didn't you hear? We fixed everything else.
It's
Now, what do you care about the spring forward? You can sleep till whenever you want.
That's true.
It's not like you got kids or something waking you up.
When is spring? When does it happen? The time change?
Isn't it like April now? Because they moved that.
When are both
It's
of them?
so the fallback is usually
October?
the first Sunday in November.
Oh,
That's usually when that happens. And then I want to say the first Sunday in March. It's the first or second Sunday in March is when the spring forward
Well, do you know
happens.
why they started daylight savings?
You're going to say something
Josh?
about farmers.
No, no. World War II, they were trying to conserve energy.
yes.
Oh.
Well, and I believe that in the 70s, and that's not World War II, I know my history books, but in the 70s there was also an energy crisis. This is what I'm reading on social media, so take it for what it's worth, but that was also part of the reason that they tried to implement this in the 70s. And again, as I said, there were issues in the morning with the darkness, and within months they changed it back. Yeah. So again, if you're going to do it, don't repeat history and then have to backtrack again. Let's do it correctly. And again, it's gotten a ton of traction on social media. You have scientists, you have biologists, you have people who like know this stuff. I'm talking about like how it affects people physically and mentally, emotionally, and they are all banging the drum saying, sure, do it, fine, but make sure that you go to standard time as opposed to daylight savings time.
Which, makes sense.
It says in
not
the
everything
winter,
that the government does makes a lot of sense. That's the problem.
That's the history of the government.
Yes.
Not a lot of common sense prevailing there.
Well, here's the thing, guys. I don't want to be leaving here at 9 o'clock and it still be dark outside. That'd be a real mind bleep. You know?
8:20. The sun. That's late. Yeah, like where Dylan Fargo. Did I show you the picture?
No.
It was like 10:30 and the sun is just going down. You know? Very weird.
Yeah. So you have to buy some blackout blinds, folks. Deal with it.
I used to just spray paint my dorm room, the window.
Oh, my God.
You get fined.
Well, I was about to say, what was the fine? What did that cost
What was
you?
the punishment for spray
I don't think it's ever
painting?
been paid.
And you still got your degree?
It's never been paid.
Because usually when universities, they'll withhold
Yeah, just ask Dyson.
They'll withhold the degree.
Yeah. Yeah.
If fines have not been paid.
The apple does not fall far from the tree.
And one of the other details that is being mentioned with this, guys, is, of course, this is something that they are proposing during the summer months because everybody loves, right? The sun sets at 9:30. You get these long summer days. The kids are outside playing, maybe in Chewy's yard. Who could say? Like, so, of course, you're a prisoner of the moment, and you're going, this is great. What can we do to extend these wonderful summer days? I have an idea. Wow. So
it's not actually extending the day.
Correct.
You're only having X amount of days, sunlight hours in the summer, or excuse me, in the winter.
In the winter.
It's just, where do you want them? How do you want to shift this thing around?
It feels like a disaster. So.
It's certainly, does feel that way.
It's certainly trending that way.
Kind of funny, though.
Why is it funny? What's funny about it?
It's not a big deal. I'm saying just leave it alone.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Gabe has been banging that drum for years. Yeah. Like, it's not that hard. Change your clocks. Change your clocks. Yeah. But again, I always say,
Flips.
Gabe, the children.
Children are different because, you got the internal clock going, but your phone flips. So you got to flip over the clock on the oven.
Speaking of phones, I do have people on the Carbless Talk and Text line saying, kids have flashlights on their phones now. My kids are 8 and 6. Guess what they don't have? Phones. Okay? Not out there walking to the bus stop with their iPhone going, oh, I can see great now.
Do iPads have lights on them?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Well, there you go.
I don't believe they have cameras.
I don't think they have lights, though, do they?
They got the camera, they got the flash, and they got the flashlight.
So now they're walking around with their iPads. Oh, here we go, walking to the bus stop. That doesn't feel like a problem. We'll take a break on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Roll on. Still a lot of stuff to get to this morning.
When the game matters, where you play matters even more. At the Wisconsin Country Club, get a championship-level golf experience right here in Milwaukee with nearly a century of tradition behind it. We've got our member guest, our invitationals coming up next week. Can't wait for that. That's going to be great. But what's also great about the Wisconsin Country Club, everything else beyond the golf. Great summer programs that your kids are going to love, pool days, maybe you're into tennis, pickleball, fitness, great dining. Chef's been killing it this summer with all the great different items he's got on our menu. It's not a piece-together lifestyle. It's all in one place. As a member myself, I love being out there. I love connecting with my friends and family at the Wisconsin Country Club. It's a better way to experience the game and everything around it. Schedule your private tour for the Wisconsin Country Club today. And when you do, mention Good Karma for exclusive promotions.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We have some crashes around the area. I-41 south at Capitol Drive. The left lane is still blocked due to that crash. That traffic stretches from about Mill Road to about Capitol Drive, so keep an eye out for that. I-41 northbound is also a slowdown from Burleigh to Capitol. Heading down to 894 east to I-94 south. The two right lanes are blocked due to a crash, causing major backup from Forest Home Avenue to the Mitchell interchange if you're heading east on that way as well. Crash on ramp from 27th Street north to 894 west. I-94 north, about a mile beyond ramp from Holt Avenue. The left shoulder is blocked due to a crash. I-94 stretching from about Howard to Oklahoma is also a major slowdown. And, of course, I-94 slowdowns in the stadium interchange going both ways. Planning a home project or need added flexibility? Tap into your home's value with a home equity line of credit from Great Midwest Bank. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your simply local equal housing lender. A heat advisory is in effect for all of southeast Wisconsin through tonight at 8 p.m. Today, hot and humid. Smoke moves in this evening with a high of 93, and tonight, warm and humid with a low of 72. Your perfect Wisconsin summer starts at Lake Lawn Resort. Enjoy boating, golf, spa treatments, and lakeside relaxation on Delavan Lake. Visit lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Nazir Spencer on 94.5 ESPN.
I'm the guy that never gives 5 stars because I never believe that anything is perfect. But I would give them 20 stars if I could.
Ernest's stellar review belongs to QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments. They came through when he badly needed relief for his aching knees, and doctors had told him that surgery was the only option.
What they're doing is cutting edge, and it really helps. And I'm a tough sell.
QC Kinetics is led by National Medical Director Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, a pioneer in this field. With 20 years of clinical work, tons of research, teaching, publishing in non-surgical natural pain treatments. These are the medical pros to trust.
I'm living my life basically pain-free from what I was dealing with. So I'm a happy camper today, no doubt about it.
QC Kinetics. Call today to see if you're a candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Hey, it's Jen Latta. One thing I've learned while working with 2 Day Painting is that great communication makes all the difference. Their team walked me through every step of my exterior painting project, from color selection to scheduling and project completion. They've also won the Top Choice Award 5 years in a row, and after working with them, I understand why. Every project includes a free color consultation to help bring your vision to life. Schedule your free estimate today at 2daypainting.com. That's 2daypainting.com, and tell them Jen sent you.
Hey, baseball fans, when the game's over, keep the fun of the season going at the award-winning Lake Lawn Resort on beautiful Delavan Lake. Trade the bleachers for the shoreline and the always-on-the-go schedule for total lakeside relaxation. Celebrate your own MVP moments with waterfront dining, golf, relaxing spa escapes, and family fun all season long. Just a short drive from Milwaukee, it's your home run getaway. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com and come find out for yourself why everything is better at the lake.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. And beer fans, we've got something to cheer about. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. So whether you call it soccer or football, it's time to get your game plan ready as the world's largest soccer tournament returns to the USA. Stop by Discount Liquor to pick up a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra and score a free Michelob Ultra soccer koozie. At Discount Liquor, we stock over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, spirits, THCA, and non-alcoholic beverages, all at the lowest prices in town. From craft brews to hard-to-find whiskeys, we've got a lineup for you. So don't get caught off sides with an empty fridge. Stop into Discount Liquor and stock up before kickoff. Visit us in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma or in downtown Waukesha at Barstow and Maine.
Discount liquor.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Big guys. Somebody at the
not
DOT,
the DOT.
is being an ASS. And you can say that because it's spelling.
No, that's not how that works either.
Well, you could say it because you can say ass on the radio.
You can?
On 94.5 ESPN.
Planning a high-level event can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to. With Events by Design, for over 25 years, Events by Design has helped organizations create seamless, unforgettable events that leave a lasting impression. Their team has been a part of incredible experiences across Milwaukee and beyond, including events like the Lee Mechanical 50th anniversary. So you've got a big anniversary. They did that for Lee Mechanical. Maybe you've gone to a Milwaukee night market. They helped out there. They were out at a golf outing yesterday playing pump-up songs for everybody as they were teeing off on the 9th hole. So whether it's a little thing, whether it's something bigger, Events by Design can step in and help out because it's simple for them. They bring fresh ideas, careful planning, expert execution to every event they touch. So start designing that next event today. All you have to do is search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
One of the things that diehard football fans love about the NFL is the rivalries. And, of course, in Green Bay, the rivalry doesn't get any better than the rivalry against the Bears. It's actually had an uptick in recent seasons as the Bears have been better, more relevant. The rivalry feels like it has gained intensity, which I didn't even think was possible considering how intense the rivalry has been for as long as I have been a part of it. So it is interesting when you hear from a Bears player talking about their perception of the Green Bay Packers. I believe it was Colston Loveland who was on with Bussin' with the Boys talking about how often the Bears are thinking about the Green Bay Packers. Take a listen.
So the Bears and the Packers, they have like the biggest rivalry in the NFL, and Michigan Ohio State is the biggest rivalry in sports. Are those two comparable rivalries to you when you look at them?
Yeah, for sure. As far as like in the building, what are you doing to beat Ohio State every day? That was where it was in Michigan. Every TV, everything. That's how it is. And at the Bears, everyone's only talking about the Packers. Owners hate it. Like, it's just you can't go a day without talking about them, talk about beating them, talk about the bad things. So it's very comparable there.
I actually love the perspective. Because he went to Michigan, he understands. And maybe it is different in college, guys, but having been in those facilities, that rivalry, as we all know, is deep. I believe in Ohio State, there is a clock on the wall that counts down to the game against that team up north, which is what they refer to them as.
And there's a grass field that is not used for the entire year until the week of Ohio State.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, again, I love that they pushed it through that prism, pushed it through that perspective when they were asking Loveland about it. Gabe, how did you interpret Colston Loveland basically saying that the Bears are constantly thinking about the Packers?
Not shocking. Seems that's all they can talk about. It's all the Bears fans talk about, all the Bears fans in the YouTube mention. It's all they can talk about, all they can think about. What do we have to do to beat the Packers? And the problem with that to me for the Bears, and why I don't want the Packers to be thinking similarly that way, is the Packers have bigger goals than just beating the Bears. When that happens, that becomes your singular goal. And it's now changed in college football because of how many teams can get into the playoff. But in order for Ohio State to win a national championship, in order for Michigan to win a championship, for the vast majority of the existence of those universities, you had to beat the other one en route to that. You don't have to beat the Bears to win a Super Bowl. It's not necessarily, right? And there are just bigger goals. Do I want the Packers to beat the Bears? Yes. Do I want the Packers to beat the Bears more than any other team? Probably. But I also understand that you have bigger goals. And if you become that singularly focused on one team where you can't go a day without talking about them, no wonder the Bears lost in the second round of the playoffs last year. No wonder. You weren't prepared for that moment because you were only focused on beating because you were only worried about beating the Green Bay Packers, and you did that the week before.
I just think LaFleur's got to stop poo-pooing it, because when the fans had the rivalry when I played, they sucked. I think I lost to them one time in all my years in Green Bay. But Minnesota, we talked about them, we hated them, okay? And I remember Holmgren telling the receivers and tight ends, I remember it playing his I want you guys cutting on screens. And I'm like, I think I was the elder statesman, me and Robert, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to cut against Tampa Bay. I'm not going to cut against Detroit. But I will cut against Minnesota because I hate those SOBs. You don't have to go out and say that and get it out in the media, but I think behind closed doors, LaFleur should be saying, these guys think they've arrived.
Yeah.
Walk the halls here and look at the banners over the last 30 years that we have. Let them talk their crap, but you punch them right in the mouth. You don't have to go out and say that on radio shows or whatever, but within the confines of the building, you let everyone know that this is, because I got fired up. I'm like, you know what? I am sick of them. You haven't done anything. You haven't done anything since 85. How dare you put yourself in the same category as us?
Let me play devil's advocate for a minute here and defend Ben Johnson building a culture, building a program, trying to turn things around. I do understand having a singular focus, because it's the whole idea of how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time. Small goals. How do you run a marathon 1 mile at a time? So I sort of understand if the mindset was for Ben Johnson in his first year as Bears head coach, hey, we're going to go out, we're going to beat the Packers. That's our goal. That's what we're going to do. Because once you accomplish that, you have buy-in. You have guys who sit there and go, yeah, that's what we set out to do, and we did it. Now you widen your scope. You say, okay, now we're going to win the division. Now we're going to win a playoff game. Now we're going to go, you know what I'm saying? It's a step-by-step thing.
Mhm.
We always talk about how there are stages to success. You don't just jump from the basement to the penthouse, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm willing to suspend, the assumption that this is their goal year in and year out, and that this maybe was just a year one goal, but that they did a hell of a job, Gabe, of focusing on that goal, even to your point, to the tune of getting knocked out the next round of the playoffs.
Then why is he still talking about it? The new preparation's already started. They've gone through mini camps. They had their OTAs. If their focus had changed, don't you think Colston Loveland would have mentioned that? Kind of still seems like their singular focus is beating Green Bay. That's what they care about down in Chicago. Beat Green Bay, and it's a great season. I want to beat the Bears. Beating the Bears would be a good season. But for the Packers, it's about getting back to an NFC Championship game, getting back to a Super Bowl, getting back to places Jordan Love hasn't been yet. That's the focus of the Packers. And yes, when the Bears game rolls around you talked about Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you guys talked about the Vikings every week.
No, heck no.
These guys are talking about the Packers daily.
Yeah. Isn't it bad to be in? Shouldn't it be the other way? We're in your head, not you're in our head. If you're the Bears, kind of weird. But no, Ben Johnson's done a great job. But he's Willie Joe High School, and I would start calling him that inside the building. Start taking shots. And like I said, you don't have to play this out in the media, but we'd lip off to coaches. Minnesota had this Tierlink who was the biggest douche in the world, right? Hated him. Taught his players to play dirty. I remember playing his day, Frank Brett screaming at him on the sideline, just back and forth. That's fun. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a rivalry.
Yeah.
And taking it, do the Packers probably need to take it up a notch? Yeah. Sure.
But am I going
to let them?
Am I going to let them live in our head, which is what they're trying to do? A little
Correct.
reverse psychology there. No, I'm not going to. No.
Chewie's too smart for that.
Yeah.
Do you or did you ever have an issue with Aaron Rodgers doing the "I own you, I've
Loved
always owned you" as he
Love
was
it.
skipping through the end
You know
zone?
what I saw that is, Jen? Brett fighting Warren Sapp. Same thing. Your players love that. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, but you had to go save Brett's ass when he was doing that.
I had help. I had help. But those were, it was great. Rivalry games are awesome.
And so that's the thing I think my biggest takeaway on this is, and I know a lot of people were saying, the Packers are living rent-free in the Bears players' heads, et cetera, et cetera. Again, I'm not sure that isn't a specific construct of the Ben Johnson regime. I would, if I was guessing, I would say that it is. He's planted that seed. He wants them to be focused on them. Again, you can argue about whether long-term, big picture, that is actually counterproductive. We could have that conversation. But I love that we have a feisty, knockdown, drag out rivalry once again.
Yes.
Right? Like, the league is better when there are rivalries like this. The league is better when the Bears and the Packers are battling for supremacy in the North and for playoff spots and for bragging rights and all of those things. So bring it on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I know there are Packer fans out there that prefer the era of just big brother, little brother, kick, 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 stay down. I get that. I do love that there is a little more feist and a little more nastiness to these games and to this rivalry as a sports fan.
Yeah, it makes you feel better.
Gabe's like, no, thank you.
But they're fun, man. They're fun to play in, when you hate one another. Yeah. And that's the thing with Minnesota. Oh, I love John Randall. He's a good dude. And they had a couple of good guys, but they had some guys I'd want to fight them today. Just didn't like them. Just dirty,
Do you think they think the same way about you because you were willing to cut against them?
Probably.
Okay.
But they were just as bad, It's just the rules kind of changed a little bit when you play a team like that, you know? And I remember as plain as day, and Holmgren would say, just don't do it the second time. Because the second guy always gets caught.
Yeah.
If they get you, they get you. Just log it, you know? Log it and get them back. And it's not even always the guy that did that to you get back. Because in the Super Bowl 32, Braxton, another dirty player, he got me.
Mm-hmm.
So I got his friend Ray Crockett on the other side of the field. And I say, hey, tell her that was for Braxton. Okay? That's how you do it. I'm done.
So let it be written, so let it be done, Chew. All right, we'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good stuff, guys. You know, it's not just betting at Potawatomi Sportsbook. There is a big food menu there as well. Good food, great food. All-day brunch with steak and eggs, a steak and bagel sandwich, pancakes, and so much more. Wisconsin-style appetizers that feature cheese, a lot of cheese, all the things that you like chicken, wings, tenders, build your own burger, and a dessert menu highlighted by an MVP turtle sundae. Tons of cold beverages to go along with your all-star meal. Bet above the rest and eat with the best at the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some. Why are you throwing? I don't want.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video.
By me, by the way. I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Meet Jim and Rita. We went on a motorcycle trip. But somewhere in Wyoming, Jim and Rita were in a serious accident. They blocked off the interstate and everything and took us to the hospital. Sometime later, Rita made a discovery. She had noticed that the bracelet was gone. And I asked the trooper, is there a chance we can go out there and see if it's still there? And amazingly, he found a couple of pieces.
It was only 2 tiny links of the bracelet.
Jim was determined to buy Rita another bracelet from Kessler's.
And I had my checkbook in my hand.
But when he arrived there,
and I said, okay, how much? And she says, that's part of our warranty.
Jim and Rita discovered the Kessler's miraculous, no small print warranty.
It's just amazing that you guys do this.
And it's true.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple.
It surely is miraculous.
Read the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty yourself at KesslersDiamonds.com.
I'm with Eric, Director of Research for Good Karma Brands. They have business technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Eric, what does partner mean to you?
Partner isn't just out for them. The partner cares about how we solve our problems, and it can be a mutually beneficial relationship from there on.
And I understand throughout the more than 15-year partnership between Good Karma Brands and James Imaging Systems, you have shared many core values.
Absolutely. Work hard, be honest, over-deliver, follow through, listen, teamwork.
Eric, summarize your overall business technology partnership with James Imaging Systems for me.
Outstanding. As we've grown tremendously and you guys have still been able to meet our needs, each step of our growth, that's huge.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Looking for your next unforgettable night out in Milwaukee? Step into Upper Bar, where the city lights meet the river's edge and every evening feels like an occasion. Perched above the Milwaukee River with sweeping downtown views, Upper Bar is your stylish escape to the heart of the city. Sip handcrafted cocktails, explore curated wines, and share flavorful bites made for good company. Whether you're meeting friends, starting your night, or just chasing the view, you'll find it all here. Upper Bar, elevated evenings right in the center of it all. Visit upperbarmke.com to learn more.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
You never know when someone you care about might need a place like Curative Care. For more than a century, Curative Care has been helping children, adults, and families across southeast Wisconsin navigate developmental disabilities and find the support they need to thrive. They help families every step of the way, from early childhood through adulthood. They connect parents with resources, provide guidance through challenging times, and create a community where people truly belong. If you know someone who may be looking for answers and support for a loved one with developmental disabilities, visit curative.org. That's curative.org. Do it today.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Thanks, Ernie. I'm going to Venmo you that money right after the show.
You can't. You don't know how to use Venmo.
Made my workload much less. But Ernie,
you don't know how to
Ernie,
do it, and I don't know
does
how to
it ever?
Yeah.
On 94.5 ESPN.
You guys have heard me talk about my friends over at Closets by Design and what a great job they did with my closet, all my clothes that I wear for college game day, etc. But here's the thing. They can also do garages. So if you are pulling into your garage and you're thinking, what a disaster, what a mess, what chaos we have in this garage, Closets by Design can fix it for you. They've got tons of custom cabinets, wall storage systems, durable garage flooring built to last. Everything is customizable to whatever works for you and your lifestyle. So, if you're looking for a cleaner, more functional space for your hobbies, your projects, and your storage, call my friends over at Closets by Design. Go to their website, closetsbydesign.com. They're located right in Mequon. Tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you. We did ask this morning, are you worried about the Brewers having the most difficult remaining strength of schedule? 54% of the vote said yes, 46 said no. That's sort of a split. I'll take that as a split. 5 or 6 in either direction feels to me like a 50-50-er. So 50% of people are with you, Gabe. This is a nothing burger, not to be concerned about. The Brewers have proven that they can handle themselves against the best competition.
I believe they have the best record against teams above 500 this year.
Got to go out there and win games, win series. Keep it up.
Yeah.
50% of people are going, it's not great.
I think it's for that 1-2 spot. I think if you said, are you concerned about players or Brewers making playoffs, it'd be minuscule.
Right, 0%.
Not worried about that. It's just
barring an epic collapse.
Yeah.
But they're still in a good spot in terms of the lead that they have over the Braves right now, and the Phillies are hot on their heels out in the National League East. So they're in a really good spot. Had an opportunity to try to close that gap with the Dodgers, especially because the Dodgers lost 3 in a row going into the break as well, just like the Brewers did.
Mm-hmm.
Could have closed some of that gap.
Wilde and Tausch is next on ESPN Milwaukee. Have a great day, everybody. We'll be back with you tomorrow.
Still got a lot of crashes and backups around the area. Starting at 894 east to I-94 south, the 2 right lanes are blocked due to a crash. That traffic stretches from about Forest Home Avenue to the Mitchell interchange, and a crash on ramp from 27th Street north to 894 west